Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and today I'm doing paid reviews. And this review here, I've copped a bit of flack. I've been a bit of a slack fucker in getting this review out, and he's got a bit shitty with me. But yeah, I am sorry about that. It's just I've had some personal issues. Okay, dear Archie, hi again. I'm one of your loyal supporting viewers and have been watching you for over 2 years now, as you have been providing some good entertainment and watch collecting knowledge that has grown on me. Kudos on the Reflection series, as it was nice seeing the real Paul, and it needed balls to discuss these kinds of issues publicly. I sincerely wish you will soon prepare some nice vids for your viewers and dip into the world of watches once again. I know you've been making content for quite some time now, more than 6,000 vids, and perhaps you feel you have covered all possible subjects, but I think the reason you had such a good success is that you combined watch knowledge and good entertainment. Now my humble opinion is that you have to stop, reviewing Man on the Moon, Explorer 2 and Reverso again and again, and start a more technical series reviewing some good new watches, and why not some iconic watches also. The watch industry has exploded over the last few years, and I guess there is ample material for review presentation. I was expecting some vids on Baselworld on some of the new interesting models. I agree, not all were good or interesting, but there were undoubtedly some interesting entries. Why didn't you review some of them? Come on, get back on track and revive your legendary channel. On a personal note, I have recently added the Jaeger-LeCoultre Grand Reverso calendar, and I must admit it's in a class of its own. Very interesting email here. I've attached some photos of my current collection as it stands with Panerai Titanium 176. Good collection.
We specialize in the repair of Rolex and Patek Philippe watches. We've been doing the same thing for more than 25 years. We have Rolex technicians certified by Rolex who actually used to work for the company for many years, like if we're doing the work on the factory. We completely disassemble the watch and we put it to work like brand new condition. When you get a pre-owned watch, it's like if you're getting a brand new unit. The only difference is the money.
He goes on to say, I've attached some photos of my current collection as it stands with Panerai Titanium 176, Rolex Datejust 2 116334, and Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Reverso calendar. I bought an ABP ostrich strap for the Reverso, but as I found, it was not easy to replicate the Jaeger-LeCoultre original strap due to the plastic insert, and even top-notch strap makers like ABP faced some difficulties in doing so, but at the end lived up to their great reputation and delivered a stunning strap. Some photos attached. Although the ostrich looks very nice, I must admit that the black original strap looks fantastic, and I may be wearing it also depending on the occasion. We only live once, and I intend to enjoy it, both the strap and the watch, as much as possible, even if I have to pay $500 for a new one after some years. I have made plans for a 6-watch collection, but I take it one step at a time, as tastes and preferences change over time. The first time you suggested the Breguet Type 20, I didn't like it that much, but I just saw a recently launched Type 21 flyback chronograph, reference 3817, and I must admit it's fucking stunning. Now I'm definitely keeping the Datejust 2 and Grand Reverso calendar, and I am in the process of selling the Panerai 176 and replacing it with a Tool Dive beach watch, and I would frankly like your view on the matter. As I am currently looking at a couple of watches, I'm looking for a tool watch with a rubber strap and some vibrant colors that I can wear on summertime and enjoy. These are the watches I'm currently looking at after searching a lot. A Panerai Lumina 1950 Regatta Retropant PAM 00286. An IWC Aquatimer Automatic 2000 stunning titanium dive watch, in-house IWC caliber. An IWC Aquatimer Vintage IW323101. And an IWC Aquatimer Deep 2 IWC caliber using an ETA movement. I know you're a big fan of the Polar Explorer 2, and I will be adding that soon. The newer version is too big with that messed up dial, but I would appreciate if you could look out on the Pacifics, these watches, and tell me what you think would hold their value better in the long term, and what your opinion on these, keeping in mind I will be using them in the sea beach. Will IWCs keep a reasonable value with the Valjoux movement after the PAM 286 collectability, or will hold good due to limited edition? In case you have other dive watches in mind, keep in mind it needs to be in the 43 to 47 mil range. Take good care and focus on making some good content as you can. Sotos. Very interesting very interesting email in there, and I gotta tell you, yes, gee, there's a few home truths there. Yes, I must admit there, it's yeah, I think Archie has lost his way in some ways there. He's sort of he's got to get his mojo back, but it's a fair point. Can't keep talking about the Explorer 2, Reverso, and the Man on the fucking Moon. It just gives people the shits. Understood. It's interesting. The IWC is a huge brand that you like there. I got to be honest with you. I probably wouldn't be going that way for a diver. There's only one diver, and that's the Submariner. Okay, it's 40 mil, but come on. We're not Herman the fucking monster. It's not Herman the monster, okay? I really think the best, if you're going to get out of a Panerai, get yourself a Rolex Submariner. That is the ultimate beach watch. You can take the steel bracelet off and you can put on a rubber strap. You can put on NATO's. That watch is so cool. I would even go as far to say, look, those IWCs you're looking at there, yeah, they're okay. There's nothing wrong with IWCs. They're not bargains, okay? They're not bargains. Anything goes wrong, it's going to be highly expensive to fix. And I really think 40 mil Submariner steel, that's what I'd be getting. That is the sweet spot. Okay, if you really need to be a big watch, you can go for the deep sea, 44 mils. But I've got to be honest with you, I don't quite approve of those. I don't quite approve of those IWC divers. I think the ultimate diver for retained value, for everything, is the Rolex Submariner. That is the icon of the industry. That's what you've got to fucking get. And I really do like your collection there. It sounds fantastic. It's I love the Reverso. I really do love your. I don't mind your Panerai. And the Datejust is just cool. It's a cool watch. They're very cool. But if you're going to replace the Panerai, the only thing you could replace it with, if you're going to bother to get rid of it, I would be getting a fucking I'd get a fucking Submariner. That's what you should fucking do, is get a subby. That is the ultimate dive beach watch. You can put straps on it, you can fuck around with it. That's what I'd be doing. The IWCs, look, the IWC is a great brand. I do like the brand, but fuck, retained value, and they're just complicated. If something goes wrong, I really feel myself, go for the fucking Submariner. That is the icon in the range there. I wouldn't be buying anything with Valjoux movement at that price point. That's a fucking disaster. But look, you got a lovely collection happening there. If you don't want to get an idea, keep the Pam you've got. Keep the Pam. I like the Pam. Look, I've actually stopped taking my watches in the sea and the ocean and that. They get funny. I don't like to take any watch in the water. I've got to be completely honest with you there. So I've kind of moved away from that. So that genre has sort of sailed. I wouldn't even, my gold sub, I very sparingly take that in water. But look, you got a great collection. Thank you for the feedback. I apologize for being slack. I've had some personal issues I've been dealing with. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you fuckers think of that.